No pilot, no cockpit, no human being on board at all. And 2 weeks ago, this aircraft flew wing to wing with one of the newest fighter jets in the U.S. Air Force over open ocean during a live military exercise. And for the first time ever, the Air Force let the world see it happen. This is Australia's MQ-28 Ghost Bat. This is the F-15EX Eagle II. In the first days of July 2026, these two aircraft flew together over the Philippine Sea, and the photographs released afterward are the first the Air Force has ever published of an uncrewed combat drone flying beside a crewed American fighter, anywhere, under any exercise, ever. This isn't a concept art. This isn't a Boeing pitch deck. This happened, on camera, as part of a strategy the U.S. and its allies are actively building for a fight they hope never comes in the Pacific. And here's what almost nobody reported. The hardest part of this test wasn't the formation flight at all. It happened on the ground, at a remote airstrip with no runway lights and barely a maintenance crew. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what these two aircraft did together, why the Air Force chose this specific fighter to fly with a jet that has no pilot in it, and what a defense contractor predicted about this exact moment more than a year before it happened. Here's exactly what happened and when. Exercise Valiant Shield 2026 ran from June 22nd to July 1st, spread across Guam, the Northern Marianas, and Japan. It's a biennial U.S.-led multinational exercise, this year with Australia, Canada, Japan, and New Zealand all taking part alongside American forces. The MQ-28 Ghost Bat, a production representative test aircraft built by Boeing Defense Australia, was deployed to Rota in the Northern Marianas, specifically to integrate with U.S. and Allied forces for the first time in an exercise of this scale. On July 1st and 2nd, Pacific Air Forces released the images that made headlines, an F-15EX Eagle II and the Ghost Bat flying together over the Philippine Sea. Pacific Air Forces described it directly in an official statement. An MQ-28 Ghost Bat and U.S. Air Force F-15EX Eagle II participated in Exercise Valiant Shield 2026 over the Philippine Sea, demonstrating the future of human-machine teaming in the theater. Multiple defense outlets that track this kind of imagery closely, including Air and Space Forces magazine, confirmed the obvious significance. These were the first photographs the Air Force had ever published of a collaborative combat drone flying together with a crewed fighter, anywhere under any exercise. Not a concept, not a simulation, a drone with no pilot and a fighter jet with a human crew, flying the same formation over open ocean as part of a real military exercise. That single detail is why this moment matters more than the photographs alone suggest. The MQ-28A Ghost Bat isn't an American drone with an Australian paint job. It's genuinely Australian-built, designed and produced by Boeing Defense Australia, the company's Australian subsidiary, specifically for the Royal Australian Air Force. 8 Block 1 aircraft have been delivered to the RAAF so far. The aircraft flown at Valiant Shield 2026 was described specifically as a production representative test aircraft, meaning it's built to the same standard as the operational jets, used to validate exactly how the type performs in real exercise conditions rather than a test range. The Ghost Bat is what the industry calls a loyal wingman, a collaborative combat aircraft, or CCA. It's not designed to replace a crewed fighter. It's designed to fly beside one, extending what that fighter can see and do without putting another pilot at risk. Physically, it carries an infrared search and track sensor in its nose, a passive detection system, reading heat signatures rather than emitting radar energy, the same broad category of technology used on some of the world's most advanced crewed fighters. The Department of the Air Force has been explicit about the human oversight built into this concept. These are semi-autonomous aircraft, and a human operator remains in the loop for every critical decision. The goal isn't an unsupervised robot fighter, It's a force multiplier, extending the reach, awareness, and survivability of the crewed aircraft flying with it, while increasing how many sorties the overall force can generate without adding proportional strain on pilots and maintenance crews. That's the machine. The next question is which American aircraft the Air Force chose to fly it with, and why. The specific F-15EX Eagle II that flew this mission is assigned to the 85th Test and Evaluation Squadron, a unit whose entire job is figuring out exactly this kind of new capability before it's rolled out fleet-wide. The choice of aircraft wasn't incidental. The F-15EX has something most of the U.S. fighter fleet doesn't, a genuine two-seat configuration, paired with an advanced modern cockpit and communications suite built from the ground up rather than retrofitted. That combination matters enormously for this specific mission. A single-seat fighter pilot flying a high-tempo mission has very little spare attention to also manage a semi-autonomous drone's sensors, position, and tasking in real time. A two-seat F-15EX can dedicate an entire second crew member to exactly that job, monitoring the Ghost Bat's sensor feed, directing its flight path, and managing the human-in-the-loop decisions the Air Force requires for every CCA mission. That's why multiple outlets covering this flight, including The Aviationist, have described the F-15EX's emerging role in almost identical terms: a future battle manager, capable of directing uncrewed aircraft as part of joint all-domain command and control, not just flying near a drone, but actually running it. This is also why the Ghost Bat wasn't only paired with the F-15EX during Valiant Shield 2026. Over the course of the exercise, it also flew alongside F-35 variants, E-3 and E-2D airborne early warning aircraft, EA-180G Growlers, RC-135 reconnaissance jets, and HC-130 tankers, a genuinely broad integration test, not a single showcase flight. But the F-15EX pairing was the one the Air Force chose to release photographs of first, and that choice tells you where this capability is actually headed. Here's the detail that got far less attention than the formation photos, and arguably matters just as much for whether this capability actually works in a real conflict. At Rota, in the Northern Mariana Islands, the Ghost Bat took part in a proof-of-concept forward arming and refueling point, FARP for short. In plain terms, instead of returning to a major, fully equipped airbase to refuel, the drone was refueled directly by a U.S. Air Force HC-130J Combat King II at a remote austere airfield alongside HH-60W Jolly Green II combat search and rescue helicopters. Why does that matter more than the formation flight itself? Because a drone wingman that can only operate out of a handful of major, heavily defended air bases isn't actually solving the problem the U.S. Air Force is most worried about in the Indo-Pacific: that China's growing missile arsenal can threaten a small number of predictable, fixed locations. The entire concept behind what the Air Force calls Agile combat employment is spreading aircraft across many small, dispersed, harder-to-target locations instead of a few large ones. Testing whether the Ghost Bat can be sustained, armed, fueled, turned around at a remote strip like Rota using the same rescue and tanker aircraft already operating there is a direct test of whether this drone can actually survive and operate in exactly the kind of dispersed, contested environment it was built for. The formation photo over the Philippine Sea got the headlines. The refueling test at Rota is the part that determines whether any of this works when it actually matters. None of this happened in isolation, and none of it happened by accident. Valiant Shield is the U.S. military's premier recurring exercise in the Pacific, a biennial event specifically built around testing how the joint force integrates across air, sea, land, space, and cyber domains simultaneously. This year's iteration brought together forces from the United States, Australia, Canada, Japan, and New Zealand across Guam, the Northern Marianas, and Japan itself over 10 days of coordinated operations. Choosing this specific exercise to debut the Ghost Bat's first major multinational integration wasn't a marketing decision. It's the closest thing to a real operational test the US and its allies run outside of actual combat. Realistic threat scenarios, multiple allied forces operating together, and dispersed geography across the exact region where a future contingency involving China would most likely unfold. There's also a detail worth sitting with. This exact pairing was predicted before it happened. In September 2025, more than 9 months before the Philippine Sea flight, Boeing Defense published concept artwork imagining precisely this scenario, an F-15EX operating together with a Ghost Bat as part of a manned-unmanned team. That's not a coincidence. It's a company showing its own engineering roadmap, then delivering on it in a live multinational exercise less than a year later. A rare case of a defense contractor's public prediction becoming a verified, photographed reality on the timeline it originally suggested. Which raises the obvious next question. If this is where the program is now, what does Boeing and the Air Force say is coming next? What flew at Valiant Shield 2026 was a Block 1 Ghost Bat, focused on sensors, communication, and airframe performance, not weapons. Reporting on the program's next phase has pointed to a Block 3 configuration currently under development, centered on an internal weapons bay, potentially able to carry small precision munitions or missiles in the same broad class as the AIM-120 AMRAAM, entirely internally. That detail matters technically. External stores add drag and a larger radar signature. Internal carriage protects both the drone's range and its survivability against the exact kind of contested airspace Agile combat employment is designed for. None of that is operational yet. It's the next step under active discussion, not a capability that flew this year. But look at the pattern this video just walked through. A sensor-focused test aircraft, flying its first major multinational formation with a specific, deliberately chosen crewed fighter, sustained through a refueling test at a remote strip in the Northern Marianas, inside an exercise built around the exact strategic scenario this capability exists to address, with a weapons-carrying version already in development behind it. That's not a single headline. That's a program moving through its stages roughly on the schedule its own manufacturer predicted in public a year in advance. This wasn't a story about one country's jet embarrassing another's. It was two allied air forces, one flying a jet with a pilot in it, one flying a jet built by an Australian company with no pilot at all, proving in a real exercise over the Philippine Sea that the second kind of aircraft can actually operate alongside the first. The photographs are the easy part to notice. The refueling test at a remote strip in the Northern Marianas is the part that actually decides whether any of this survives contact with a real contingency. Boeing said this was coming in public almost a year before it happened. Now it's happened. The next question is simple. What does a Ghost Bat with a weapons bay change once that happens too?